Sanje Juana, never made you what you were legit about how the life of the Sanje Jumden, Kui, Shizu, Chandu, Hondo, Summer, Tempest, what the Nagi Jama, Tolo, Chance from Major, maybe the Magic, the Tree, Double Killers. Dala Consul, Dagi Kiawan, the Tonga Tamamushi, Hoana, Generation, Jimba Tama, Tundu Guinness, would give a set, come to us, our Kala. I guess the news gave us all a call. I guess some was gave us all a call. I guess some people gave us all a call. I guess some gave us all a call. I guess gave us all. Kala what the Adam just took to Dushin, don't you don't have Lana Machine or Kona Machine or Kona, Lana Meva Yanda was always on you to Yosun more. She don't ever send you from then, also never. She don't imagine the Sunday from then, and also more. She don't have a sugar Sunday from then, and also more. I get also more like you. They got Tanjan, solo shadows from a hundred on the church. Sanjay Tanjan on the Christian song, those of Diana, maybe she gets shot on what probably majority of our Kanda, Dana, DJ, how much Yandanga, but I got. Tamujawa did Gelsonia or
Very good morning to everyone. So today is the Duchen. Chen is great, Chenpo. So the Du is like, in this case, a festival. So the great festival of Jutru, of the miracles. So this is the full moon day. To be astronomically correct, it's one day off, something like that, because there was an extra day. To be astronomically more accurate, and I think full moon was yesterday. But anyway, today is the Chu Chen. We observe today as Chu Chen. So without further ado, because I have another program starting back to back, let's go to page 4. Yeah, and because we have, most of us have been doing this daily, if not together. I know some of you also did afterwards. So then most of you are quite familiar. with this practice at this point. So what I want to do is probably we will have less reading in the English and do a little bit more of the Tibetan parts. Anyway, page 4. Yeah? In the space before me, I envisioned the Buddha, Lord of Sages, surrounded by unfathomable root and lineage gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas. Dungi namka dompa dupe wangpo la gur sajuki lama dan sanje changsen patu mepe kone shuk parsan. Antonio?
I and all mother sentient beings, extensive as space, take refuge in the root and lineage gurus. We take refuge in perfect Buddhas, the Transcendent Conquerors. We take refuge in the Holy Dharma, free from attachment to peaceful nirvana. We take refuge in the noble assembly of Bodhisattvas endowed with realization and liberation.
Dadan Jova Margyu Namge Tadan Yambe Semjen Taru Jivo Zobe Sanje Jum Dende Namla Kyapsu Jivo Shiva Chaja Dambe Jo Namla Kyapsu Jivo Ridru Niden Kyapse Pabe So Namla Kyapsu Jivo Dadan Jova Margyu Namge Tadan Yambe Semjen Tamje Zawada Gyube lama namla kyabsu chivo sobe sanje chonde namla kyabsu chivo shiva chakra dambe cho namla kyabsu chivo ridro niden kyabse pape so namla kyabsu chivo dadan chova margyu namke tada nyampe senchen tamje zawa dang gyube lama namla kyabsu chivo sobe sanje chonde namla kyabsu chivo shiva chadra dambe cho namla kyabsu chivo ridro niden kyabse pape so namla kyabsu chivo. Then Sandra.
May all mother sentient beings who have not realized that a self and all appearances are by nature dharmadhatu have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness which is free from suffering. May they rest in equanimity, free from the bias of attachment and aversion.
Tada nawa tamche jugi yingi ranshin yinpala de dharma tobe semchen tamche dewa dhan dewe gyudan tempra gyuji dungyaw dan dungyaw ki gyudan dewa gyuji dungyaw mepe dewa dhamme dewa gyuji niring chada nidang dewe tanyon la nepra gyuji dadan angwa tamche jugi yingi Ranshin Yimpala de Dharma Tobe Semchen Tamche Dewa Dang Dewe Gyudan Tempra Gyuji Dungyao Dang Dungyao Gi Gyudan Dewa Gyuji Dungyao Mepe Dewa Dang Me Dewa Gyuji Nirin Chada Nidang Dewe Danyang La Nepra Gyuji Dada Nangwa Tamche Jugi Yingi Ranshin Yimpala de Dharma Tobe Semchen Tamche Dewa Dang Dewe Gyudan Tempra Gyuji Dungyao Dang Dungyao Ki Gyudan Dewa Gyuji Dungyao Mepe Dewa Dhamme Dewa Gyuji Nirin Chada Nidang Dewe Tanyon La Nepra Gyuji. Randy?
May I swiftly attain the sublime state of perfectly complete awakening for the sake of all mother sentient beings. For this purpose, I shall make offerings to the 35 Buddhas, and having invoked their heart pledge, I shall engage in the practice of confessing downfalls.
Finally, after 16 days, I just noticed the notes that say 3 times for this section. So, starting on the bottom of page 5, 3 times. Ma semchen tamche ki tundu nirwa yang tabra zobe sanje ki kompang rinpo je tobra ja de je de dewa sheba sumju zanga jujin tudam gu ne tongwa shabe choga la ju bara jo ma semchen tamche ki tundu nirwa yanda para zobe sanje ki gompa rinpo je topara ja de je de dewa sheba sumchu sanga chuji tudam ku ne tongwa shabe choga la jungpar ja ma zemjen tamje ki tundu nirwa yanda para zobe sanje ki gompa rinpo je topara ja 대제 대와 시바 숨주 상아 주진 두당 군에 통화 샤베 조가라 주바르조. The objects of refuge dissolve into me. Kyabyu nam rangla timpar yu. By the truth of the three jewels, by the blessings of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by the great power of the fully completed two accumulations, and by the force of the inconceivable and utterly pure Dharmadhatu, all faults and defects of the entire ground of this abode, such as chunks of dirt and stone, gravel, unevenness and crookedness, are dispelled. Even like a palm, it is extensive and vast and is carpeted with fine sand of various jewels, filled with flowers, medicine, bathing pools, wish-fulfilling jewel trees, streams of scented water, the reverberating sound of Dharma, and so forth. It is utterly pure, like the Buddha field of Sukhavati. Page 9. Namo Ranatraya ya Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadane Tathagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bhadre Bhadre Maha Bhadre Maha Tejo Bhadre Maha Vidya Bhadre Maha Bodhicitta Bhadre Maha Bodhi Mandopa Sankramana Bhadre Sarva Karma Avarana Bishodhana Bhadre Soha Namo Ranatraya Namo Bhagavate Bhadra Sara Paramadhane Tathagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bhadre Bhadre Maha Bhadre Maha Tejo Bhadre Maha Vidya Bhadre Maha Bodhicitta Bhadre Maha Bodhi Mandopa Sankramana Bhadre Sarva Karma Avarana Vishodhana Bhadre Soha Namo Ranatraya Namo Bhagavate Bhadra Sara Paramadhane Tathagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bhadre Bhadre Maha Bhadre Maha Tejo Bhadre Maha Vidya Bhadre Maha Bodhicitta Bhadre Maha Bodhi Mandopa Sankramana Bhadre Sarva Karma Avarana Vishodhana Bhadre Soha. Some of you might notice that there is a number of us who are using these ritual items. This is because a couple of years back, Casa Tibet, Guatemala organized a weekend retreat where I taught whatever I know about how to use all these ritual instruments, as well as Little Rock, Arkansas. That center also organized a weekend like that. And so everybody first spent some time gathering all the materials, going shopping, and then it was pretty impressive, especially the retreat in Guatemala. Antonio, if you can find some pictures from that retreat and get ready. And then whoever is having the host right now for Zoom, give Antonio co-host. I just tried to do that, but I'm neither host nor co-host. But at some point, Antonio, but when we get a chance, I think if you find some pictures, you can share. Lucrezia, starting from bottom of page 9.
Compassionate, transcendent conquerors dwelling in the 10 directions, please heed us. In the past, when you, the 35 compassionate, transcendent conquerors, engaged in bodhisattva deeds, you aroused bodhicitta and vowed to cleanse the obscurations of wandering beings in times when the 5 degenerations are rampant. Following this pledge, in order to protect us helpless wandering beings, today we invite you to safeguard and stand by us as our last resort. Having come, regard us with eyes of compassion and purify our faults and downfalls. Please come and cause our store of merit to increase.
Bottom of page 10. Mahamuni. In this place and time, please come here, exalted one, holy ones, please come here, omniscient one, please come here. Mahamuni, for the sake of others, chief of humans, please come here. Omniscient one among humans, please come here. Born in the lotus pond of moral discipline and suffused with the water of perseverance, your disciples gather around you like bees. Lotus sage, please come here. Dwelling in the noble truths, endowed with the eyes of love and compassion, you roar the sound of selflessness. Victorious lions, please come here. Your discipline reminds of pure water stream, causing the buds on the branches of awakening to bloom into garlands of flowers and to develop into the perfect fruit of total liberation. Victorious 3, please come here. Endowed with wisdom vast and profound, and with the unlimited water of samadhi, you are a treasury filled with the yogin's gems. Ocean of good qualities, please come here. Endowed with the glorious mandala of compassion and perfectly adorned with the light rays of wisdom, you open the lotus mind of disciples. Capable son, please come here. Invincible to adversaries, the deeds performed in the example of your perfect life were of a healer and his following. You won the trust of the deer-like returners and non-returners. Capable mountain, please come here. Protector of each and every sentient beings, the deities who overcome the frightful hordes of Mara, transcendent conquerors who know all things as they are, together with your retinues, please come here to this place. Bottom of page 22. All are dressed in the style of a renunciate Nirmanakaya and are adorned with the 32 excellent marks and the 80 minor marks, such as the crown protuberance and wheels on the feet. With their 60 aspects of melodious speech, they proclaim the clear sound of the Mahayana teachings. As their minds do not move from Vajra like Samadhi, they clearly understand all objects of knowledge in the three times. Their bodies are garbed in the three dharma robes, and garlands of light shine like the sun from their bodies to alleviate the pain of miserable destinies. With eyes open wide like lotus petals, they behold me and all sentient beings with great compassion. Upon merely beholding them, these great beings effortlessly accomplish the temporary and ultimate purposes of all sentient beings. Thus they abide with legs in the Vajra posture. As we raise beautiful jewel parasols with golden handles, delightfully adorned all around with pleasing forms so lovely to behold, we make unceasing offerings to the Lords of Sages. Bottom of 24. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, one with perfect knowledge and conduct, Sugata, knower of the worlds, guide who tames beings, unsurpassed one, teacher of gods and humans, peerless king of Shakyas, I prostrate, fully bowing my head to your dustless, immaculate feet, with golden complexion and earth-touching gesture. You cleanse the misdeeds of 10,000 eons and are the glory of this world of endurance. Homage to the supreme guide Shakyamuni. With blue complexion, holding a vajra in both hands, you cleanse the misdeeds of 10,000 eons and are the glory of the essence of space realm above. Homage to the one who has fully conquered with vajra essence. Omar, next section. Top of 26.
With white complexion, holding a vajra and a sun, you cleanse the misdeed of 25,000 eons and are the glory of the jewel-endowed realm in the east. Homage to you, radiating light, who clears away darkness.
Claudia?
With blue complexion, holding a naga and snake, you cleanse the misdeeds of 8 eons and are the glory of the realm pervaded by nagas in the southeast. Homage to the Dharmadhatu, sovereign king of nagas.
Cecile?
With yellow complexion, holding a volume of scripture and a sword, you cleanse the misdeeds of speech and are the glory of the realm of the brave in the south. Homage to the leader of the brave who overcomes all discord.
Top of 27, Jasper.
With crescent compressions holding a sun and lotus, you cleanse all my misdeeds of minds and are the glory of the realms endowed with joy in the southwest. Homage to Gauri's joys who delights in the Dharma.
Elena?
With red complexion, holding a jewel and fiery sphere, you cleanse the misdeed of cousin of Shin in the Sangha and are the glory of the realm endowed with luminosity in the west. Homage to the persevering jewel fire.
Leonard?
With white complexion, holding a jewel and moon, you cleanse the misdeeds of 1 eon and are the glory of the realm pleasant light in the northwest. Homage to jewel moonlight, who clears away darkness.
David? Bottom of 27, David?
With green complexion, holding your pala, flowered marked with 2 eyes, you cleanse the misdeeds of degenerating the sublime ones and are the glory of the realm drumbeat in the north. Homage to meaningful to behold teaching Dharma.
Top of 28, Tracy?
With light green complexion, holding a jewel and lotus, you cleanse the misdeeds of the inexpiable act of killing one's mother, and are the glory of the realm radiant light in the northeast. Homage to jewel moon, shining cool.
Samantha?
With a smoke-colored complexion, holding a mirror in each hand, You cleanse the misdeed of the inexpiable act of killing one's father, and are the glory of the real ash cover below. Homage to the stainless one of insight and meditation.
Anna Isabel?
With white complexion, holding a stack of wood apple in both hands, you cleanse the misdeed of the inexpiable act of killing an arhat and are the glory of the realm, glory endowed above. Homage to glorious spirit of immaculate wisdom.
Top of 29, Suzanne?
Crimson complexion, holding a lotus and sun, you cleanse the misdeeds of drawing blood from a Tathagata's body with evil intent, and are the glory of the realm devoid of obscurations in the east. Homage to the
Daniela?
With yellow complexion, holding a lotus marked with a sun, you cleanse the misdeed of 10,000 eons and are the glory of the realm without sorrow in the southeast. Homage of giving of purity of the conquerors.
Bottom of 29, Christina?
With the blue complexion, holding a water sphere, teaching the Dharma, and the cleanse the misdeed of the abuse and erhat, and are the glory of the stainless realm in the south. Homage to the water god who washes the stains of affliction.
Joyce?
With white complexion, holding an ocean and mirror, you cleanse the misdeeds of killing a bodhisattva and are the glory of the clear realm in the southwest. Homage to the god of water gods washing away stains.
Rowan?
With red complexion, holding the stalk of a lotus and a wish-fulfilling tree, you cleanse the misdeeds of killing a noble disciple and are the glory of the realm bliss endowed in the west. Homage to good glory perfecting the dual purpose.
Judy?
With crimson complexion, holding a sandalwood branch and a wood apple fruit, you cleanse the misdeeds of stealing the wealth of the Sangha and are the glory of the realm pervaded by sweet scents in the northwest. Homage to glorious sandalwood, radiating pain.
Top of 31, waiting.
With red complexion, holding a lotus marked with two suns, you cleanse the misdeed of demolishing stupas and are the glory of the realm endowed with brilliance in the north. Homage to the infinite pervading the universe.
Larry?
With white complexion, holding a sphere of light in both hands, you cleanse the misdeeds born from hatred and are the glory of the realm meaningful. Homage to glorious light, pure in itself.
Laura Herman? Melissa?
With light complexion, holding a sprig of a sorrowless tree, you cleanse the misdeeds born from passion and are the glory of a realm unobscured down below. Homage to glory without sorrow, devoid of all pain.
Mariana? Mariana?
With blue complexion, holding Mount Meru and displaying the lotus mudra, you cleanse the misdeeds of 10,000 eons and are the glory of the realm, without craving above. Homage to the peerless son of non-crack.
With
Rodrigo?
yellow complexion, holding a flower and a wood apple fruit, you cleanse the misdeeds of 100,000 eons and are the glory of the realm where many flowers blossom in the east. Homage to the lovely glory of flowers.
Miriam?
With white complexion, holding a lotus and masses of light, you cleanse the misdeeds of 1,000 eons and are the glory of the realm pervaded by purity in the southeast, homage to the radiant pure display.
Ana Elisa?
With red complexion, holding a lotus and sun, you cleanse the misdeeds of 7 eons and are the glory of the ring, lotus endowed in the south, homage to the display of lotus light.
Alexander?
With red complexion, holding a wish-fulfilling jewel in both hands, you cleanse the misdeeds born from habitual imprints and are the glory of the realm with jewels in the southwest. Homage to the glory of wealth.
Kimberly?
With sky blue complexion, holding Mount Meru in both hands.
It's page 33, the middle one, with yellow complexion.
Sorry. With yellow complexion, holding a scripture and sword, you cleanse all misdeeds of the body and are the glory of the realm, clarity endowed in the west. Homage to the glory of mindfulness of body, mind, and dharma.
Maurice?
With green complexion, raising a crown in both hands, you cleanse misdeeds of disrespecting the Buddha and are the glory of the realm without names in the northwest. Homage to widely renowned glorious name.
Ana Santos?
With yellow complexion, holding a jeweled crown ornament and a victory banner, you cleanse the misdeeds born from jealousy and are the glory of the realm, clear power in the north. Homage to the victory banner that crowns the sovereign.
Josh Nash?
With white complexion, displaying the earth-touching mudra, you cleanse the misdeeds of inciting others to crime and are the glory of the unfolding realm in the northeast. Homage to the glorious one fully subdued.
Fabiola?
With black complexion, holding armor and a sword, you cleanse the misdeeds born from pride and are the glory of the realm, free of afflictions below. Homage to the sublime victory in battle.
Maria Cristina? Top of 35?
With white complexion, displaying the earth-touching mudra and the mudra of bestowing protection, you cleanse the misdeeds born from slander and are the glory of the realm, glory endowed in the east. Homage to the one gone beyond to complete victory.
Laura Herman, if you're there, unmute. Middle of the 35.
With yellow complexion, holding a sun and a jewel, you cleanse the misdeeds born from rejoicing in the misdeeds of others and are the glory of the realm, illuminating array in the south. Homage to glorious illuminating array.
Antonio?
With red complexion, holding a jewel on a lotus, yes, the misdeeds of abandoning the holy dharma and are the glory of the realm, glory endowed in the west. Homage to all subdued lotus jewel.
Sandra?
Sky blue complexion, holding Mount Meru in both hands. You cleanse the misdeeds of impaired Samayas and are the glory of the realm, precious jewels in the north. Homage to the powerful king, Mount Meru, who is free of delusion.
Auspiciously, on the final day, we have 35 volunteers to read. So you 35 are going to be the next set of 35 Buddhas in some other universe. That beings will be doing the 35 Buddhas practice. So you all make some aspirations for what name you will be known as and what Pure Land you will manifest your activities. Now page 36 from the middle in the Tibetan. This is the 7 limb or 7 part puja. Jin sudo jojo jete na dusum de sheba meye zenge gun dhagi malu deda tamche la ludang aye dangwe chage o sampo chube monlam topdagi gyawa tamche yiging unsum du shingi dune lurab tubaye gyawa kunla rabdu chaselo Tuji dena dunye sanje nam sanje sege una shubada Leda jogi ina palupa tamje gyawa dagi gangwa mu Leda ngapa mitse gyazo nam yangi yenla gyazo dragunji Gyawa kunji yonten rabzo jin dewa shepa tamje dagi to chaja opa tamje la Shindu kungi dhanegi ludu bayi namgundu chokdu debe tobargi 38 Meto damba tenwa damba dan sinyem dan chukpa dujo dan marme chodan tupo damba yi gyawa deda lane choparji Namsa damba namdan rijo dan chema burma rera nyampada Kobe kebara pape chogunji gyawa deda layang choparji Chobaga nam lame gyajewa deda gyawa tamje layang mo Sambo chola debe topdagi gyawa kunla chasa chobarji. Page 48. Middle of page 48, the other 5 parts of the 7 parts. Docha shedan dimu wangini lodang adang deshin yiki gyan dikpa dagi giba jeje bar deda tamje dagi sosorosha chochu gyawa kundang sanje se rangyam namdan lodang miloda lowa kunji sonam kanglayan deda kunji jese dayira Gangnan chochu jiten chomadang changchu rinpa sanje machakne Gombo deda dagi tamche la kolo lana meba korwa ku Nyangen datong ganshe deda la dowa kunla benshin dewe chir Kyopa shingi dune sukbar yi dagi tamo rabja sowar ji Chase wadang chujing shabadang jisi yira kuzing sowa yi Gewa chungse dagi chisapa tamche sobe jangchun jirngo. Top of page 50. In accordance with the 35 Sugatas' aspiration to exhaust the karmic veils of those who remember their excellent names and pay homage to them, please bestow the fruits of this wish. Now I want to use a different translation for the main practice. As I promise or threaten, I'm going to provide a version, and so I got it done, but did not have time to email it out to everyone. Right now, I just shared it on the chat window. Some of you may be able to see it, and I found that some can't see it, maybe based on what device that you're using. But let's see if Omar, if you can share screen of that text that I just shared. If you cannot, then you can give co-host to Javier, and maybe he can share. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, so if you go back up a little, yeah, the title. So it says, the Tibetan, Changju Sempe Tongwa Shakpa. Changju Sempe is bodhisattva. Tongwa is downfalls, things that cause our bodhisattva, in this case, to fall and break, in that sense of downfalls. And then Shakpa, confession or laying bare, revealing, uncovering, not hiding. So that's the one of the titles. The more common title is the 35 Buddhas. It's in English. The more common title, 35 Buddhas. So let's then the more official title, the Sutra of the Three Heaps. Okay, so let's go down. And keep going to the first page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chant this text. The first time I'm going to do it all the way through. So maybe you guys, if you want, you can focus on this new translation or this version and read along. Or if you want to do prostrations, of course, this is also a good time to do that. And then in that case, just listen. All sentient beings continuously take refuge in the Guru, take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, and take refuge in the Sangha. Homage to you, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, completely and perfectly awakened Shakyamuni. Homage to Vajragarbha Pramardin. Homage to Radnarachis. Homage to Nageshwara Raja. Homage to Virasena. Homage to Viranandin. Homage to Ratna Agni. Homage to Ratnachandra Prabha. Homage to Amoga Darshan. Homage to Ratnachandra. Homage to Nirmala. Homage to Shuradatta. Homage to Brahma. Homage to Brahmadatta. Homage to Varuna. Homage to Varuna Deva. Homage to Bhadrashri. Homage to Chandanashri. Homage to Ananta Ujas. Homage to Prabhasa Shri. Homage to Ashoka Shri. Homage to Narayana. Homage to Kusuma Shri. Homage to Tathagata Brahma Jyotir Vikridita Apinya. Homage to Tathagata Penma Jyotir Vikridita Apinya. Homage to Dhanashri. Homage to Smriti Shri. Homage to Supari Kritita Namadeya Shri. Homage to Indraketu Dwaja Raja. Homage to Subikranta Shri. Homage to Vijitta Sangrama. Homage to Vikranta Gamin. Homage to Samanta Vabhasha Vihya Homage to Radna Penma Vikramin. Homage to you, Tathagata Arhat, completely and perfectly awakened Radna Penma Rupatish Titta Shailendra Raja. May you and however many other Bhagavans, Tathagatas, Arhats, complete and perfect Buddhas there are abiding in all the realms of the worlds of the 10 directions, all you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me. Over the course of this and all other lives in samsara without beginning or end, whatever wrongs I may have done have caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done, whatever possessions of stupas, possessions of the Sangha, or possessions of Sanghas of the 10 directions I may have stolen, have caused others to steal, or have rejoiced in the stealing of, whichever of the 5 actions of immediate retribution I may have done, have caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done, whichever of the 10 non-virtuous actions I may have engaged in, have caused others to engage in, or rejoice in their engagement, Whatever karmic obscurations there are by which I become a hell being, or one who goes to the animal realm, or to the land of the pretas, or to birth in border regions among barbarians, or among the long-lived gods, or that would lead to incomplete sense faculties, or holding wrong views, or to not rejoicing at the appearance of a Buddha, I confess all of these in the presence of the Bhagavan Buddhas who have primordial wisdom, who are witnesses, who are authorities, who know and see. I admit them and do not conceal them. Henceforth, I vow to refrain from them. All you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me. Over the course of this and other lives in samsara without beginning or end, whatever causes of virtue there may be from my having given gifts to others, even as little as a mouthful of food to an animal, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having preserved discipline, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having maintained pure conduct, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having caused sentient beings to mature, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having roused a mind set on supreme awakening, whatever cause of virtue there may be in unsurpassed primordial wisdom, combining, gathering, and collecting all of this together, I dedicate it to the unexcelled, unsurpassed, most exalted, the most excellent. I dedicate it to unsurpassable, complete, and perfect awakening. Just as past Bhagavan Buddhas have dedicated, and just as future Bhagavan Buddhas will dedicate, and just as the Bhagavan Buddhas of the present in all directions are dedicating now, I also fully dedicate in the very same way. I confess each and every misdeed. I rejoice in all merit. I request and entreat all Buddhas. May I attain sublime, supreme, unsurpassed primordial wisdom. Supreme among humans, victors now present, those of the past and those yet to come, your praiseworthy qualities are boundless like the ocean. With folded palms, I fully go to you for refuge. Now, please go back to page 1. This round, I will begin with chanting the homage in Tibetan. Then the next two sections, we will do it in English. Semjen tamje tambara lama kyabzu jiwo sanje la kyabzu jiwo chola kyabzu jiwo kenden la kyabzu jiwo chum dende deshin sheba tajumba yanda para sobe sanje shakya tumba la jazelo doje nimpo rabdu chumba la jazelo rinjen otro la jazelo lo wangi gyabo la jazelo Pawo nela jazalo, pagela jazalo, rinchen mela jazalo, rinchen da ola jazalo, tongwa tongyo la jazalo, rinchen da la jazalo, tema meba la jazalo, peljin la jazalo, tsangpa la jazalo, tsangpe jin la jazalo, chul ala jazalo, chul el ala jazalo, 表上啦加色了，简单表啦加色了，实际大约啦加色了，我表啦加色了，两眼没白表啦加色了，谁没给不啦加色了，没头表啦加色了，电信是把长辈我是number 罗巴我把人见把啦加色了。 Nishin Sheba Beme Oze Nampa Roba Nyumbar Kembala Jazelo No Bella Jazelo Drembe Bella Jazelo Sempe Shindu Yondra La Jazelo Wampo Toki Gazen La Tosengi Gabola Jazelo Shindu Number Nombe Bella Jazelo Yule Shindu Nambara Gyawala Jazalo Nambara Nombe Shebe Bella Jazalo Kune Namba Gobe Bella Jazalo Rinjin Bema Nambara Nombala Jazalo Deshin Sheba Dajumba Yandabara Zobe Sanjir Imboja Bemala Rabdu Subari Wangi Gyapola Jazalo. Randy, can you read this version, page 6 and 7?
I'm so sorry, I didn't hear you.
Page 6 and 7 of this version, if you can read.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
May you and however many Bhagavans, Tathagatas, Arhats, complete and perfect Buddhas there are abiding in all the realms of the worlds of the 10 directions. All you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me. Over the course of this and other lives in samsara without beginning or end, whatever wrongs I may have done, have caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done, whatever possessions of stupas, possessions of sangha, or possessions of the sanghas of the 10 directions I may have stolen and have caused others to steal or have rejoiced in the stealing of.
Page 8, Josh Nash, can you do page 8 and 9?
That's what's visible right here in front of me, correct?
Whichever of the 5 actions. Yeah.
Whichever of the 5 actions of immediate retribution I may have done, have caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done. Whichever of the 10 non-virtuous actions I may have engaged in, have caused others to engage in, or rejoiced in their engagement. Whatever karmic obscurations there are, by which I become a hell being, or one goes to the animal realm, or to the land of the pretas, or to the birth and border regions among barbarians, or among the long-lived gods, or that would lead to incomplete sense faculties, or holding wrong views, or to not rejoicing at the appearance of a Buddha.
Maria Cristina, page 10 and 11.
I confess all of these in the presence of the Bhagavan Buddhas who have primordial wisdom, who are witnesses, who are authorities, who know and see. I admit them and do not conceal them. Henceforth, I vow to refrain from them. All you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me. Over the course of this and all other lives in samsara without beginning or end, whatever causes of virtue there may be from my having given gifts to others, even as little as mouthful of food to an animal.
Page 12 and page 13, Suzanne.
Whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having preserved discipline, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having maintained pure conduct, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having caused sentient beings to mature, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having roused a mind set on supreme awakening, whatever cause of virtue there may be in unsurpassed primordial wisdom. Combining, gathering, and collecting all of this together, I dedicate it to the unexcelled, unsurpassed, most exalted, the most excellent. I dedicate it to unsurpassable, complete, and perfect awakening. Just as past Bhagavan Buddhas have dedicated, and just as future Bhagavan Buddhas will dedicate, and just as the Bhagavan Buddhas of the present in all directions are dedicating now, I also fully dedicate in the very same way.
Page 14 and 15, Leonard.
I confess each and every misdeed. I rejoice in all merit. I request and entreat all Buddhas. May I attain sublime, supreme, unsurpassed primordial wisdom. Supreme among humans, victors now present, those of the past and those yet to come. Your praiseworthy qualities are boundless like the ocean. With folded palms, I fully go to you for refuge.
Okay, now let's go back to page 1 for the third recitation. For the third recitation, we will do the homage to the Buddhists, their names in translation in English. So you can find that in the parentheses next to their names in Sanskrit. Yeah. So now page 1. All sentient beings continuously take refuge in the Guru, take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, and take refuge in the Sangha. Page 2, maybe Daniela?
Homage to you, Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, completely and perfectly awakening Shakyamuni, sage of the Sakyas. Homage to Vajragar. Sorry.
In English, just in English.
Okay. Homage to thoroughly conquered with Vajra essence. Homage to Radiant Jewel. Homage to King of Naga Lords. Homage to Leader of the Heroes. Homage to Heroic Delight. Homage to Jewel Fire. Homage to Jewel Moonlight. Homage to Meaningful Vision. Homage to Jewel Moon. Homage to Stainless One. Homage to Giving of Glory.
Larry, from there at the bottom of page 2 to page 3.
Homage to giving of glory. Homage to Pure One. Homage to giving of purity. Homage to Water God. Homage to God of Water God. Homage to glorious goodness. Homage to glorious sandalwood. Homage to infinite splendor. Homage to glorious brilliance. Homage to glorious without sorrow.
Page 4, Kimberly. Kimberly, if you are there, please unmute. Tracy?
Homage to Son of Non-Craving. Homage to Glorious Flower. Homage to you, Tathagata, pure brilliance, manifold display of complete omniscience. Homage to you, Tathagata, lotus brilliance, manifold display of complete omniscience. Homage to glorious wealth. Homage to glorious mindfulness. Homage to widely renowned glorious name.
Page 5, Alexander.
Homage to the King of Victory banners that crowns Indra. Homage to glorious, utterly complete subduer. Homage to utterly and completely victorious in the battle. Homage to transcendent through complete subduing. Homage to glorious all-illuminating array. Homage to Jewel Lotus complete subduer. Homage to you, Tathagata, Arhat, completely and perfectly awakened. Ratna Padma.
To the top of page 6.
You lotus firm as a king of mountains.
Thank you. Then Joyce, page 6 and 7.
May you and however many other Bhagavans, Tathagatas, Arhats, complete and perfect Buddhas there are abiding in all the realms of the worlds of the 10 directions, all you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me. Over the course of this and all other lives at samsara without beginning or end, whatever wrongs I may have done, caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done. Whatever possessions of stupas, possessions of the Sangha, or possessions of Sanghas of the 10 directions I may have stolen, have caused others to steal, or have rejoiced in the stealing of.
Page 8. Rodrigo.
Whichever of the 5 actions of immediate retribution I may have done, have caused others to do, or have rejoiced in them being done. Whichever of the 10 non-virtuous actions I may have engaged in, have caused others to engage in, or rejoiced in their engagement.
Page 9, Rowan.
Whatever karmic obscurations there are by which I became a hell being, or one who goes to the animal realm, or to the land of the pretas, or to birth in border regions among barbarians, or among the long-lived gods, or that would lead to incomplete sense faculties, or holding wrong views, or to not rejoicing at the appearance of a Buddha.
Page 10, waiting.
I confess all of these in the presence of the Bhagavan Buddhas who have primordial wisdom, who are witnesses, who are authorities, who know and see. I admit them and do not conceal them. Henceforth, I vow to refrain from them. All you Bhagavan Buddhas, please turn your attention to me.
Melissa, page 11.
Over the course of this and all other lives in samsara, without beginning or end, whatever causes of virtue there may be from my having given gifts to others, even as little as a mouthful of food to an animal.
Page 12, Maurice.
Whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having preserved discipline, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having maintained pure conduct, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having caused sentient beings to mature, whatever cause of virtue there may be in my having roused a mindset on supreme awakening, whatever cause of virtue there may be in unsurpassed primordial wisdom.
Cecile, page 13.
Combining, gathering, and collecting all of this together, I dedicate it to unexcelled, unsurpassed, most exalted, the most excellent. I dedicate it to unsurpassable, complete, and perfect awakening, just as past Bhagavan Buddhas have dedicated, and just as the future Bhagavan Buddhas will dedicate, and just as the Bhagavan Buddhas of the present in all the directions, I dedicating now, I also fully dedicate in the very same way.
Judy, 14 and 15.
I confess each and every misdeed. I rejoice in all merit. I request and entreat all Buddhas. May I attain sublime, supreme, unsurpassed primordial wisdom. Supreme among humans, victors now present, those of the past and those yet to come, your praiseworthy qualities are boundless like the ocean. With folded palms, I fully go to you for refuge.
So we will do one more of this recitation. And this time I am going to do the entire practice chanting in the Tibetan. So if you want to do some prostrations now, it's a good time. Maybe now, yeah, so we're going to do that. I think we don't need to share screen. You all have the Tibetan version in our main text starting from page 50. Yeah, so gallery view I think is good now. Everybody can see everyone, and then if you want to do prostrations, please, this is a good time. Yeah. Semchen tamche takpa lama la gyabsu jiwa sanje la gyabsu jiwa chola gyabsu jiwa kinden la gyabsu jiwa jum dende deshin shepa tachumba yanda para sope sanje shakya toba la jasa lo durje ningpo rabdu jomba la jasa lo rinchen odro la jasa lo wangi gyabo la jasa lo Pao de la jasa lo, peo ge la jasa lo, rinchen me la jasa lo, rinchen da o la jasa lo, tongwa donyon la jasa lo, rinchen da wa la jasa lo, rima me pa la jasa lo, pa jin la jasa lo, tsamba la jasa lo, tsangpe jin la jasa lo, chu la jasa lo, chu le la jasa lo, Peo san la jasa lo, zenden peo la jasa lo, siji daye la jasa lo, o peo la jasa lo, nyangye me peo la jasa lo, se me ki bu la jasa lo, me to peo la jasa lo, deshin shepa tsangpe oze namba ropa, ngumpar kempa la jasa lo, deshin shepa pe me oze namba ropa, ngumpar kempa la jasa lo, Nora bella jasalo, Tempe bella jasalo, Tempe shindu yung drala jasalo, Wambu dogi gazengi gapola jasalo, Shindu number nombe bella jasalo, Yule shindu number gawala jasalo, number nombe shebe bella jasalo, Kune nangwa kobe bella jasalo, Rinchen bema number nombala jasalo, Deshin sheba dajumba yanda barazobe sanje rinpoche pema la rabdu shukpari wangi gyabola chaselo deda la soba joju jidengi kam tamche na deshin sheba dajumba yanda barazobe sanje gangi gangjine Jisu de so shin shebe sanje chom dende de da tamje da la gong su so dagi ge wa de dang ge wa to ma dang tama ma ji ba ne korwa na korwe ge ne tamje du dikbe le gi ba da ge du tsawa dang ge ba la jisu yirang wa Chotengi goram, kendengi goram, choju kendengi go tropada, trodu tsewada, tropala, jise yirangwa, tsama jibange le gibada, kidu tsewada, gibale jise yirangwa, migewa julegi lamyang tabaralang wala, supada, juz tu sewada, jugbala Jesu yirangwa, leki dripa gangi dripne, da semjen nyawa jiwa, dundro gene su jiwa, idaki yudu jiwa, yutakobdu kewa, lalo kewa, la zeringpo, namsu kewa, wangpo ma tsangwa gyurwa, tawa lokpa zembara gyurwa, sanje jungwa la neparamigi, para gyurwe legi dripa gang langpa, deda tamje sanje chom dende, yeshe su gyurpa, chendu gyurpa, pangdu gyurpa, sema gyurpa, kempa zingpa, de dagi jenga tolo, changso, mi chabo, mi de bodo, Lenje gyan jo jing tong para gila so sanje chum den de da tamje da la gong su so dagi gewa didang gewa thoma dang tha ma jiba ne korwa na korwe wa jenda du jimba thana dundro ge ne su ge bala ze kam ji sam ze we ge we sa wa gang la pa da da gi su dren sung pe ge we sa wa gang la pa da gi chang par jo pa la ne pe ge we ca wa gang la ba dan da gi sem chen yong su min par gi be ge we ca wa gang la ba da gi chang chu chu tu sem ge be ge we ca wa gang la ba da gi la na me be ye she gi ge we ca wa gang la ba de da tham je chik du du shin dum de dom ne la na ma je ba da gong na ma chi ba da gong ben yang gong ma la me yang la mar yong su ngo we la na me ba yang da pra zo be jang ju du yong su ngo war gi wo ji da de be san je jom den de nam gi yong su ngo ba da ji da ma jom be san je jom den de nam gi yong su ngo wa gi wa da ji da da tra shu be san je jom den de nam gi yong su ngo wa ze ba de shin du da gi gyong wong yong su ngo wa gi o de pa tham je ni so so sha pa so nan tham je la je se yi rang o san je tham je la gu xing so wa de so da gi la na me be ye she gi chok dam pa to bar gyu ji mi jo gya wa gang da tara shu pa da gang da de pa da de shin gan ma jo yong ten nga pa ta ye gya so da gun la theo mo ja war ge gi te kya su ne war ji o. Now take a few moments to just let body and mind settle evenly into their own places. Feel the lightness for having laid down, uncovered, laid down, dropped, let go of all the negative karmas of the past and all the negative habits, habitual tendencies, everything. We put them out in the open in front of the 35 Buddhas. And therefore, body and mind can settle even more easily and more evenly into the natural state that is pristine. Breathe in with loving kindness. Breathe out with compassion. Breathe in and pay attention. Notice the quality of the brightness of the mind. Breathe out and notice the quality of the spaciousness that comes from letting go. Even letting go something as good and as necessary and as wonderful as a moment of breath arising. Even that essential breath, we have to let go. And if we let go without any grasping, we will experience this spaciousness, this openness. And even this spaciousness and openness, the experience of it, even that, we let go. We let go by letting another breath arise. And again, we have the opportunity to recognize the brightness of the mind, the luminous nature of the mind, as the breath arises, as body, every cell of the body becomes invigorated, becomes fed and nourished by the oxygen that comes in, the life-giving force, and then a moment of brightness and luminosity. Then let go and experience the spaciousness as breath ceases. Now please to the top of page 59. May the material offerings of gods and humans, both visualized and actually arranged, outer, inner, secret, and unsurpassed, pervade the vastness of space. Namo Ranatraya, Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Paramadani Tatat. Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyada Om Bhadre Bhadre Mahabhadre Mahatejo Bhadre Mahavidya Bhadre Mahabodhi Chitta Bhadre Mahabodhi Mandopa Sankramana Bhadre Sarva Karma Avarana Vishodhana Bhadre Homage to all guides who, when they first gave rise to bodhicitta and engaged in bodhisattva deeds, promised to protect sentient beings. Homage to the Buddha, the supreme teacher, kinsman of the sun, to the one who has fully conquered with Vajra essence, jewel radiating light, sovereign, king of Nagas, and leader of the brave. Homage to glorious joy, jewel fire, jewel moonlight, meaningful to behold, jewel moon, the stainless one, glorious giving, the pure one, giving of purity, and water god. Homage to the god of water gods, exalted good glory, glorious sandalwood, infinite brilliance, glorious light, glory without sorrow, and son of non-craving. Homage to glory of flowers, radiant pure display, completely omniscient display of lotus light, glory of wealth, glory of mindfulness, and widely renowned glorious. Homage to the victory banner that crowns the sovereign, glorious one who fully subdues, sublime victor in battle, the one gone beyond through complete purity, victory, glorious illuminating armies, all subduing lotus jewels and king. I offer an ocean of offering, clouds of drinking water, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, music, banners, canopies, victory banners, garments, and so forth. For the sake of all sentient beings, I respectfully offer to you my own body, enjoyments, and everything virtuous in the three times. Holy objects of worship endowed with all-seeing wisdom eyes, please regard us with love and accept these offerings of ours. Namo Ranatraya Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadani Tathagathaya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bhadre Bhadre Mahabhadre Mahatejo Bhadre Mahabhidya Bhadre Mahabodhi Chitta Bhadre Mahabodhi Mandopa Sankramana Bhaje Sarva Karma Ava Vishodhana Top of 62. I openly disclose the evil deeds and downfalls I and other wandering beings have committed and accumulated since time without beginning. I truly confess them from the bottom of my heart and promise to refrain from further evil deeds. I rejoice in all the merits gathered by the Buddhas of the 3 times who have departed, those who now remain, and those who will appear together with their mighty sons, the 2 assemblies of hearers and solitary Buddhas, and so forth. I supplicate you, embodiments of wisdom, embodiments of compassion, to consider us helpless wandering beings with love and turn the immaculate Dharma wheel of the profound and vast supreme vehicle. Though having attained the primordial Vajra body, to the eyes of untamed beings you display the appearance of departing to nirvana. I beseech you, victorious ones, do not depart too soon, but remain with us for long. Symbolized by these roots of virtue and the gathering of the 2 utterly pure accumulations of samsara and nirvana, by following your example, may all infinite wandering beings perfect the 2-fold purpose. Please act according to the pledge you took when you engaged in bodhisattva deeds, and thus purify the negativities and downfalls of myself and other beings. By apprehending your name, by repeating and calling it again and again, I supplicate you to purify, exhaust, and cleanse entirely the negativities, downfalls, and obscurations of all wandering beings. In these evil times, sentient beings' actions are degraded, impure, and unawakened. Our minds are suffused with negative emotions. Our offerings are scanty. They are marred by stains and other faults. Please forgive us all our mistakes. The light of boundless compassion clears away the evil states and dispels demonic forces, hindrances, and hosts of wickedness. May the splendid power of the victorious ones, equal to 100,000 suns, bring forth the happiness and fortune of infinite living beings. The stream of nectar flowing from the immaculate Dharmadhatu space fully cleanses the stains of evil tendencies. May the splendid power of the holy Dharma of the cessation and path bring forth the happiness and fortune of infinite living beings. In order to eliminate the endless torment of cyclic existence, you have not abandoned the heavy burden of your vows and aspirations. May the splendid power of the ocean of great and noble bodhisattvas bring forth the happiness and fortune of infinite living beings. The Sukhavati aspiration prayer. Ngoza sanje nangwa daye dang yesu jobo tuje chenpo dang Yondu sempa tuje donamla sanje changzen pame kurgi kur Nege ngoza bhagdu me baye dewa chense shawe shinkamde Dashen dine sebo gyurma da gewa zenji barma chuparu Deru kene nante shabdun shu deke dagi monlam tabhade Joju sanje chansen tamje gi geme drupa jinji labdu so Deya ta penza driya awa bodha naya soha Chanju sem rinpoche Magye banam ge gyuche Ge ba nyam ba me ba yang Gong ne gong du be wor sho And so with this, we have completed the entire program, 16 days of practicing this Bodhisattva's Confession of Downfalls in a longer version. As well, what we have done during this time is many of us were doing acts of virtue and giving on our own way, in our own way. Then collectively, what we also did is we offered all these lanterns in Malaysia at the Penang Bodhi Heart Sanctuary. We offer daily Sang offering in Boda. We offered Sang and cash offerings to 10 monasteries, nunneries in the Boda area. We offered twice lunches to the people in the Boda area. Then we also yesterday made offerings to the stray dogs and monkeys. The offering to the monkeys is very brave. When they said they're going to go do that, I said, is it safe? Because I have been chased by those monkeys before. So we did that. And then, so you see now pictures. I think Jasper is sharing some pictures of the making offerings to monkeys and to the dogs. I said the dogs seemed like Auntie cooked biryani rice for the dog. And Lama Ringzin said, yes, probably without that much spice, but basically, generally the dogs here like biryani rice. And so the dogs are getting like biryani rice. And you can see, I think like Randy noted, you know, these dogs, they are well groomed. And that is that online, that Facebook group that I shared. That group takes care of not just dogs, they take care of all pets and stray animals. So Auntie is buying bananas from vendors and then walking up to this area. I think it is in the Swayambhu area, or maybe Pashupati. I don't really immediately recognize. Anyway, then the whole of, for us yesterday, like last night, starting from, for those of you in Asia, starting from 8 in the morning all through the day at the Seringma Chapel. Go ahead and play that, Jasper. Just start. Oh. I sent you, Jasper, also on WhatsApp, the video itself. But anyway, maybe he can get that to work. Chuki in Bhutan organized a day-long puja, which the 3 senior lamas yeah, so a whole day of puja, and the names of all the participants and donors were also given there. Then from the very beginning, we also made offerings to the 21 lamas who were in retreat for the Yamanta. So this is in Bhutan. In the Yamantaka retreat for 21 days. When they first came out of that retreat and was doing fire puja, we offered cash offerings to 21 monks who was in retreat for 21 days practicing Yamantaka, a very fierce removal of obstacles. So we dedicate all of this, yeah? We dedicate all of this, and as well dedicating all the practices that we gathered to do these 16 days. And finally, making future dedications, so to say. Also within these 16 days, we were inspired to start the More Curry, Less Worry project. Already many of you have written us. We will give you more details on the transfer of funds and things like that. That we can do 3 months, 50 lunches each week for the next 3 months. Then already there are some ideas in Penang Bodhi Heart Sanctuary that at the end of the 3 months to make offerings to Theravada monks in Penang, in a few monasteries there. So who knows, if we have enough momentum, we might be able to do some kind of ongoing offering of food, at least until the end of the pandemic, especially in the Bodha Stupa area, to anyone and everyone who wants it. Then even I was saying, you know, in the future, if you guys have a chance to travel to Bodha or to travel with me, we can go do this sharing of food. Maybe an activity of sharing food rather thinking of offering to less fortunate, but sharing food and sit side by side and eat with someone in Bodha. Yeah. Well, if they want to, you know, you don't want to force them to eat with you, but offer to eat with them so that it doesn't look like it's a top down, you know, I pity you, I give you food. Recognizing common humanity, we all need food. Yeah. So this year, of course, because of pandemic, well, last year and until this point this year, I've not been able to do these tours and pilgrimage. Some of you have gone on pilgrimages and tours with me. As far back as I think here, the person who first is, I believe, Judy. Here, let us spotlight for everyone, Judy. Judy went with me to Tibet, Drigongtil Monastery twice. So the furthest back was Judy, and at that point I was working for a college, and I was doing it just as a service to the college, and also just as a taking friends along. But things change and transition. I left academia, then I came back to Asheville with a group of people, started Urban Dharma. But more or less, initially the first few years I was on Urban Dharma's payroll. But after 2 or 3 years of that transition, I left Urban Dharma, so that, as in I left it on the payroll. Also Urban Dharma could not realistically afford. We are not a center that enjoys fundraising and pressuring people to give us money. So then we ended that arrangement. So basically, I have to do things to pay bills like the rest of you. So the taking people on these tours is part of that. Then many others of you here also have gone since then with me to a few places. So as soon as this pandemic gives us a break, I'm hoping I can resume these pilgrimage tours because they do help in you know, making life possible, comfortable. I cannot give the impression that, you know, I am making ends meet. That would be outright lying, but it makes it easier. Then easier to do also different projects. So I have already in mind or fantasying, and maybe I should, you know, just design it and put it out there. I think where some of us are already itching to just go. So towards the end of January 2022, I'm hoping to take a group to Southeast Asia to experience the New Year in my home country, in Malaysia. That would be the best because I know it best. So the group will start there. And Melissa went to the Malaysia tour several years back when I was just starting, and she will tell you, you know, how exciting some of those points were. Remember that one island we went to late in the evening and we all piled into one on top of each other behind this little kind of towing thing with a motorcycle that took us to the hotel, because we went off season, which is great, but the other side of off season is practically nothing is open. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, so this one would be like end of January, around that area, that period of time, and then probably picking 2 other Southeast Asian countries to go to, Buddhist areas to go on pilgrimage. Then 2022 summer, again, if conditions cooperate and all things work well, to central Tibet, to Drigung Til Monastery, especially those of you who are Drigung Kagyu people, especially, not limited to, but especially, that will be very meaningful. So these are some of the fantasies, or maybe as Buddhists we say, aspiration prayers that I'm making, that we all should make. And then more importantly, may everyone be safe. May everyone come out on the other end of this pandemic safe and healthy. And then for those whose karma is such that time comes that you have to make that transition, may that transition be smooth. May the transition be to a place where Dharma continues to be available. Yeah. So now you can unmute yourself and say whatever you want. And also thank you, before I forget, things have been turning up on PayPal. Some of you have sent. I apologize. I can't reach out to everyone. Thank you for your PayPal, for your Zelle and Venmo, and then mailbox. And then yesterday when I came back, outside my door, there were some things left there. So it's like Christmas all over again. Indeed, it's the month of miracles. And so thank you. Somebody even threatened to use Bitcoin to send something. So this is modern technology. There's all kinds of ways. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Lai, can I ask a question?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Lai.
Hold on, yes.
Gracias.
Christina has a question.
Gracias.
I mean, it's a personal question. Did you get any shots yet for the virus?
We have to wait and see what happens,
Some of my neighbors are getting it, and I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, Asheville is a little. You contact me offline, and we will see if we can help to get yours sooner rather than later.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody else has anything to say. I know everybody wants to say thank you, but in case anyone has anything to say more specific, sharing any acts of virtue and joy that you have done, that is good. It's not bragging. This is this is the way we should think about. We should not be so shy about good things that we have done. That way we can all rejoice. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Lai.
Sure.
Thank you. Gracias por todo. Gracias a todos.
Everyone.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Lai. Leonard, thank you, Leonard. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Dr. Loy. Good luck with your next program.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Good luck with your program.
Dr. Lai.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Gracias, Dr. Lai.
Bye-bye.
Gracias a todos.
Gunchick back on Monday, Dr. Lai.
Oh, yes. So anyway, yeah, in terms of programs. Then a little bit of announcement too. So the new text is going to be put on the Drigong Dharmakirti website. Javier, if you provide them the link. Right now it's not there yet in the form that we intend it to be. But that link that Javier just shared in the chat, I suggest that you click now so that it opens on your browser, and then you bookmark that page, yeah, so that you can go back and look for this when we've successfully uploaded. I just noticed there is one minor editing to do with that text that I will try to send to Javier before the start of my next program. It's others. There's a missing S in one, so there's that. Then the Dragong Dharma Kirti Sangha, meeting on Wednesday night. If you want to continue to stay connected in the practice, you can also go sign up or learn more about that. And Javier can also put in the chat that information. Then for those people with the Gongchik class, we are going to start back up next Friday. We'll be lazy on Monday. Wednesday, we are no longer meeting on Wednesday. We have been doing Monday, Fridays for a couple of months now. So we'll start next Friday for the morning Guru Puja and Gongchik class. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again,
Thank you.
Tata, thank you. Thank you to Javier. Thank you to Jasper. Thank you to Omar. Thank you to all the support people in the background, all of that. And Happy New Year again. Tashidele. Be strong as an ox. Be determined like the ox. Even it means sometimes being stubborn like the ox. Stand firm. Tata.
Gracias.
Bye.